All right, I took the wheel off, and at the bottom of this ball joint right here, on the control arm right here, this is the control arm, there was a nut on there. I took that off. I put this ball joint separator on here, and I'm getting ready to go ahead and pop it. All right, it's getting a little bit hard, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump on it with my leverage bar. Popping this right on there. I mean, this is dangerous, so it's not bad to be stood back a little bit. And I spilled my lug nuts. Great. All right, the reason it's crazy like that is because this is tapered right here. You see where I had to cut off so that I could fit that ball joint separator on there correctly. All right, and then I go ahead and move this out of the way, put a pair of vice grips on the bottom of the ball joint so I can hold it. And then what I'm gonna do now is take a grinder, and I wanna get as high on this as I can and cut this off here, and you'll see why in a second. A lot of people, they don't mention that, but you gotta get high on that thing. And there's the grinder I'm using, and there's the blade. It's a cutoff wheel. It's a good one. And there, as you can see, I got up real high on it. There's what I cut off right there. You want to get high on it so when you put your next tool on, it'll actually have a little bit of area to go ahead and hold on to, and makes your life a whole lot easier. A couple of super pro tips from a backyard mechanic. All right, I'm working in the grass, so all these pieces of metal and what have you I'm cutting off, I put in a bag so that I don't run them over and puncture a tire. And then volleyball knee pads, essential. I don't know how I ever got along without these, but these are just huge. They go right under your pants, so if you're on a job or something, everybody's not talking crap. All right, here I have a Powerbilt 23-piece ball joint, U-joint removal kit, and the pieces that I'm going to be using out of it are 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 different pieces here. And I don't have my tripod, so I'm not going to be able to show me actually putting it on here. But essentially, you take this cup, you put it over this, you make sure it's back against there tight, so that when you push this up through, it has somewhere to go and it doesn't get caught on the edges of this cup. And then you put this right on top of here like so, and then I'll show it after I get it hooked up. All right, now here, since I got so freaking close and the ball in there is a little bit crooked, I went ahead and put this cap on here, and I took this out of here so that that ball will sit in there when I push it up through. All right, now I've got it all hooked up, as you can see there. And it's kind of a pain in the butt getting that thing on there. I mean, if you got somebody to come out and hold something while you're trying to get situated, it would be very helpful. I mean, some people put a board back behind here or up under here or something. I mean, you just got to kind of make it happen there. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this socket on here and just keep wrenching on it until it pops up through there. Got the sun rising over the horizon, and when you're messing with this type of stuff, it can become very frustrating from time to time. Don't get frustrated. If you're stuck on something, just walk away from it. Let your mind wrap itself around it, and then come back to it. And you can see what I got going on here. I like to work on 2 vehicles at the same time on the same stuff to inspect everything and make sure everything's right and what have you. So that's just kind of the way I like to do things, and I think it's a pretty good idea. All right, I've got all this set up, and I got that bungee on there just so that I can do this one-handed and hold the camera with the other one, because I want to catch it when it pops on here, because it's kind of cool. I got this breaker bar on there, and then that's pretty much what I got going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cranking on this thing. And she's through. There's the peach right there. All right, and here is the new ball joint, and you can grease there if you want. I don't like to, because I don't want this to go anywhere. It'll probably make it a little bit easier to go in, but I think it'll be all right. All right, and then what I do here is I go ahead and I cut this off right there. Just, I found that it makes it a little bit easier to install. After I cut it off so that the nut will go on, of course I'm doing this with one hand, I'll grind down the burrs. I just grind down the burrs just so I can make sure that the nut will go in there after I have it on there. I don't want to deal with that after I have it installed. And it just started raining a little bit, and my lovely assistant just came out to help finally.
I came out to bring you coffee.
Oh, thank you.
And a bottle of water.
Wow.
And a Cliff Bar.
Are you going to help me?
And the cat is over there.
Oh, okay. So this is happening.
I'm just walking my cat. Come on. Come on.
Cats do not walk very well.
Come on. And this part got stuck like at the tire, so then he couldn't move. He was just stuck under there. I gotta get him another bungee leash.
All right, the reason I cut this off is because I just don't see how this will work with as shoal as that is, unless you do cut some off, because it'll just bottom out and it won't go all the way through. So that's why I do that, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy on here real quick. You want to make sure it's nice and centered before you get going. Makes things a lot easier on you. So then all you do here is just take this, put it on there. Well, you want to use this here. Gotta grab a deep socket. Alright, and now we have the ball joint is officially more or less installed. Now all I have to do is take this, push that way a little bit. Get your nut on there, get started. And then you just go ahead and put your wheel on and you should be good to go.